Yo, Pressure Gang, welcome back, man. Look, check me out, man. Y'all know how we do our little Karens on the loose stuff. Y'all know how we do Karens versus the cop stuff. But I saw this on my recommended and I thought this would be hilarious. Just hilarious to bring to my game. Bro, when cops have to arrest their children? I don't think I ever saw a video of a cop arresting their own child, bro. So this is new territory for me, and I hope it's new to y'all too, bruh. Man, I'm ready to
Cops have to deal with all sorts of violent and horrifying criminals in their job.
See what they talk about.
But what happens when it's their own children that they have to arrest?
Dad. In the car.
Because this is crazy.
On the 28th of December 2022, a witness had observed a white vehicle strike a traffic light and then quickly drive off.
Your own child?
Part of the vehicle's bumper had fallen off on the road after the hit. Around 15 minutes after the call, police located the suspect's vehicle at a gas station across the road, but the driver was the last person they expected.
Come back from Applebee's?
Yeah, I had a drink.
Okay. How old are you?
21. My dad is
Listen, your bumper's in the road over there. Did you just hit that pole?
No, I promise you I did not.
No?
The very thing 21-year-old Teresa says is
How
that her
did you?
dad is an officer with the local PD, possibly hoping that he'd come and get her out of the situation. But the
Nope.
cops at the scene are sure that things are way past that.
You left Applebee's.
Yeah, I left Applebee's.
You cut through the plaza. You came out by Lowe's and Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Did you hit the traffic pole that's right
No, I
there?
did not hit the traffic pole. This part was hanging off already. I hit a deer in Pennsylvania because I go to school in...
Do you smoke marijuana recreationally?
No, I do not smoke marijuana universally.
Oh, man,
Universally,
waterworks.
smoking marijuana isn't the only part of her story that doesn't make any sense. She's saying that her bumper was already hanging off from an accident in Pennsylvania around 25 miles away, and it just happened to fall off right as another car identical to hers struck a traffic light. But Teresa has a trick up her sleeve that might just get her out of this. At least, that's what she hopes.
I hit a deer.
You see this?
I hit a deer before this. You can ask my dad.
This piece fell off at the traffic light that you hit, that you knocked over.
Hey, girl.
6-7. Do you have another unit out with you?
You call my dad? He's a sheriff's
All right.
officer.
Hang out.
Over the course of just a few minutes, Teresa brings up her dad over 5 times,
Come on now.
obviously praying
gonna
that
help
he'll
you.
be able to find a way for her to get out of this. But before he can come to
You did the
rescue her,
crime.
the cops are starting to zero in on what really happened and begin to get at least some of the truth from Teresa.
Did you drive away because you're scared because you had maybe had one drink and you think you're drunk?
Yeah.
And you might get arrested, but you don't seem like you're drunk?
Yes.
So you want to just tell the truth?
Yes, I'm telling you the
So when after Applebee's, did you hit a traffic pole? You can't miss it. It lights up. It's red, green, and yellow.
I hit a curb.
You hit a traffic signal.
No, I hit a curb.
Yeah, you went up the curb. You hit the traffic signal. The traffic signal fell down, and
Might
you
as well
left.
stop lying.
If you just
Okay.
call my dad, he would tell you.
Well,
It's the sheriff's officer,
here's the thing.
I promise
Your dad, the
you.
sheriff's officer, wasn't driving your vehicle today.
In just this
I'm
one
saying,
short
like, what is he
conversation,
gonna tell
Teresa
them?
admits that she did hit something, that she's more intoxicated than they realized, and that she was texting while driving. 3 driving faults that can each come with their own punishment. So now that the truth has come out,
hit and
the
run,
detectives
drive
decide
under
to speak with her
influence,
father
and texting while
John,
driving.
but it turns out he's not there to help her.
What's going on?
Hey, John, how are you? So your daughter hit a traffic wall. Go back there. Okay. Where's the damage on the car?
Okay, the damage on that car there, I think it was like the front right bumper.
John explains that Teresa did hit a deer earlier and that the damage was on the front right bumper, but it was nowhere near as serious as the damage the car was currently sustaining.
Can I come out? Are you guys out there?
That's up to you. I'll see if she wants you to come out. If she wants, you to drive her home.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Let me come out there and I'll see you guys in a couple minutes. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
It looks like Teresa isn't going to be getting the salvation she was hoping for from her
Yo!
dad, and just 5 minutes later, he arrives at the scene to talk with the cops.
What's up? So, what she's saying, like, and where the damage
Source of discipline.
doesn't really make too much sense. So, tried to get some more information out of her, but and then that piece of bumper there. So, for the other one, was it just like the bumper wasn't hanging like that?
Yeah, no, so what it was is basically this was intact.
Okay.
This piece was missing, and the scratches here, that's all from a deer that she lost.
So right now, this is going to be my call. Okay. Coming out.
Okay, gotcha.
He's going to be providing all the details.
Okay, who's your supervisor?
Sorry, John.
Not dude. I'm just asking.
The cops who were first at the scene almost seem as though they're expecting John to try and make excuses for his daughter, and get extra nervous when he asks who their supervisor is. Obviously, there are countless examples of corruption where officers, especially those in the higher ranks, are able to use their power to prevent their family from getting into trouble. However, the officers quickly realize all he's trying to do is gather all the information on the incident so he can make a fair assessment himself. This quickly becomes evident as he checks his text messages from her to try and create a timeline of events.
I just want to show you this so you can see it. You home 10:39. What do you think? Time do you think that initial call came? Because she probably hit it and was like, "Dad, what the fuck do I do?"
Somewhere between 10:45 and 11.
That's about right.
When we're talking to her, she wasn't telling us what she said all.
I mean, lying to she knows, but I'm a cop. She knows. She knows not to do that. Well, maybe she didn't even. Do you think she? I'm not. I'm saying she didn't lie.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to be very clear about that. She might not even look at the second call to see if there's any difference.
However, despite John's willingness to help the officers out, the sergeant at the scene asks him not to get involved, so to guarantee the integrity of the investigation. So far, everything other than Teresa's conduct has been perfect and is a great example of proper policing. So, it's back to focusing on what Teresa had mentioned earlier. She says she'd only had one drink at Applebee's, but it's starting to seem as though she may be a little more drunk than they realized. Suspicions that were only confirmed after some field sobriety tests.
And everything that happened today, right? I don't think that you were okay to take the operator from the vehicle.
Dad!
So,
Dad!
You got okay?
Dad! Where's my dad?
Oh, your dad's right over here.
You stop with this shit in the car. You're arrested for DUI. Go ahead.
Have a seat.
Hey,
After being forced into the police vehicle by
you
her
know-
own dad, Teresa was driven to the police station where her blood alcohol level was tested. It came back as 0.17%, over twice the legal limit. As of this upload,
You drunk as
Teresa is
hell.
still awaiting her penalty, but has been issued a court summons for driving under the influence, reckless driving, and failure to report a car accident. Teresa's dad followed protocol perfectly, but Kenneth Adams' dad did the exact opposite when he tried to abuse his power as a commissioner to try and save his son from prison.
Tell me who I called to find out why he's in jail. You want me to sue the son of a f***ing county sheriff?
In November 2022, Kenneth Adams was pulled over for running a stop sign. But as it turns out, Kenneth was in much more trouble than he realized.
How's it going?
Good. What did I do wrong?
Good. So the reason I stopped you is you didn't come to a complete stop at the stop sign,
I did.
and then you didn't have your turn signal on.
I sure did.
Okay.
I know for a fact I had my turn signal on.
Okay.
That's why I was surprised you were pulling me over, but whatever.
The officer then took his license and ran it through the system, where he would discover Kenneth had a warrant out for burglary and theft of a vehicle. All of a sudden, Kenneth becomes defensive and refuses to exit the vehicle.
All right. Can I get you to step out of the vehicle with me?
What are you doing? No. What's going on? Seriously, what's going on?
You have a warrant.
How do I have a warrant?
I don't know how you have a warrant, but it's on our system right now. You have an active warrant out of
pretty
Civil
sure you
District
know
Court
you
here.
got
so
one, bro.
I've gone to, no, that's incorrect. Because
Okay.
I've gone
Well,
to
it's on our system right now.
Well, you
I'm not going to argue with you about it. You're going to go to jail tonight on that warrant, okay?
No, I'm not. Dude, this is absurd.
Mr. Adams, you do have an active warrant for your arrest.
And, who issued the warrant, though?
The courts
The
have
court.
to issue.
For what, though? Because I've gone to court for everything. There should not be an active warrant for me anywhere, dude.
Kenneth claims that he's already been to court for his previous crimes, but the warrant still calls for his arrest. For the majority of smaller cases, the suspect is tasked with turning in the documents that prove that they've been to court and completing any classes they were made to attend by the judge. Without those documents, the court cannot confirm they attended anything. So when Kenneth forgot to turn his in, the warrant remained open, and the police had no way to tell that he had in fact been to court.
Issued
That's
October
tough.
13th.
For what?
Had some felony charges, burglary charges.
Dude, I've been to court for that. No, I've been to court for that.
You want to know the charges?
Yeah, I do.
So it has 2 burglary charges listed, a theft charge, mischief.
That's on my old case.
3 charges of burglary of a vehicle, and
Yeah.
criminal trespass.
Yeah, why is that floating up now?
Kenneth was taken away to the station, but this is when his father, Bruce Adams, turned up, who turned out to be the county commissioner for the local area.
Oh, wow.
How convenient for Kenneth.
Yeah.
Immediately after arriving at the scene, Bruce demanded to know what was going on and quickly started to show signs of corruption.
Where's Kenneth?
He's in jail. They took him.
You already took him to jail?
They took him to jail, and I stayed here with the car.
Why?
For a warrant.
Who do I call to find out?
To find out the warrant?
You're a police officer. Tell me who I call to find out why he's in jail.
I gotta be careful with this stuff, Bruce. You understand that? Okay. That's the warrant. Okay, so it says warrant status active, offense burglary, theft, criminal mischief, burglary of a vehicle, burglary.
Exactly. Been to court over that.
It's you saw the warrant right there. I showed you the warrant.
He's been charged with that, and he has a plea in abeyance on all of it.
What do you want me to do?
I want you to turn him loose.
I can't turn him loose, Bruce.
Who can?
Nobody can. He's been arrested for a warrant. The courts can.
And the warrant's false.
Huh? The warrant's not false.
You want me to sue the son of a county sheriff because he arrested my kid on a false warrant?
The warrant's right there.
Bruce is obviously trying to abuse his position and
he
influence the commissioner
really
to try and save his son from the
he
law.
basically just showed
But
him
luckily,
the
this
warrant is
officer
active.
stands his ground and refuses to cave in. Eventually, though, Kenneth was released from jail, the warrant was withdrawn, and no further action was taken against Bruce. But the officers that arrested this law student weren't as lucky.
There's nothing in that vehicle. I promise you. I didn't do anything.
Marion Humphrey Jr., son of retired county judge Marion Humphrey Sr., was pulled over after an officer allegedly witnessed him driving dangerously. Footage shows him swerving slightly after missing his exit. Marion is lit up by the officer and pulled over. He's then told the officer witnessed him nearly wreck his car and is suspected of dangerous driving.
When did you rent the car? Yesterday. You gotta take it, turn it back in a Fayetteville? Pick it up in Fayetteville? I'm sorry, sir. I'm trying to figure out that you have probable cause. Yeah, because you're super nervous, so I'm trying to figure out why you're so nervous.
Being a law student, Marion asks if the officer has probable cause for pulling him over. The officer struggles to give a good answer before claiming Marion seems super nervous. First of all, being nervous isn't a crime, and isn't evidence towards a crime either. And secondly, Marion actually carries himself incredibly well in this situation. He complies with the officer's requests, asks why he's being pulled over, and why he's being held. He even calls his dad to listen in on the entire arrest, something the officer clearly didn't like, as he then asks to search Marion's U-Haul.
If I bring a dog, is it going to hurt anything? Yeah, no, it's not going to hurt anything. I promise you. We just don't want to get shot. Yeah, that's all, and I'm sorry about that. It happens. I know it happens. Honestly, I don't want you to bring a dog because I don't think that's fair to me as a citizen, as someone who, if the only thing I did was kind of, like, I did not almost wreck my car. If you don't want to bring a dog, just let me look in here real quick and I'll get you down the road. I don't have to bring a dog. I just think that's so invasive of my rights, but you can live in here if you like to.
Marion does an extremely good job of eloquently showing how terrifying it can be to be stopped by the police while maintaining a calm and respectful tone with the officer the whole time. But regardless, Marion is placed in handcuffs for over an hour while the cops search his vehicle with—
What? Nigga. What? What? Bro, you're searching a truck for over an hour?
According to the officer,
you still
the
bring a
dog
dog?
smelled narcotics and alerted the officers before even entering the U-Haul.
The dog alerted on narcotics in the vehicle, so I detained him and he's in the back car while I searched the vehicle. But he didn't wreck his truck. No, but he almost did, so that's probably called a stop. Daddy, he's arresting me. He's arresting me. Give me your other hand. He's arresting me, Daddy. There's nothing in that vehicle. I promise you. Okay, come here. I didn't do anything.
Predictably, the cops find nothing in the vehicle.
Nothing.
Marion has since opened up a lawsuit against the officers, claiming they violated his 4th and 14th Amendment rights. As of this video's upload, the case is still ongoing.
What? Bro, come on, bro. Like, of course it is.
Meet the beginners.
Like, of course it is. Hey, man, I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you did, bro. Let me know what you react to in the future, man. I can get back at you, man. I'm out.